A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the technical sessions of the Engineers Guild of Sri Lanka. The 40th AGM of the Guild just concluded with the appointment of the new office bearers and with the induction of the new president, Engineer Ravi Rupasinghe. Today's seminar, which is being held as a hybrid webinar, is titled Solar Energy Solutions to High Cost of Electricity and Power Cuts. A very interesting topic indeed, with all the problems we are facing at this moment. Let me introduce the head table to you. From my extreme right, we have Lieutenant Colonel Engineer Pani Kavikeshwar, the Honorary Secretary of the EGSL, Engineer Chamila Jayasekara, the Director R&D of the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, Director of R&D of the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, and we have Engineer Jayawardena, the Secretary of the OPA. We have Engineer Ravi Rupasinghe, the newly inducted President of the Engineers Guild of Sri Lanka and Vice President of the OPA. We have Mr. Durita Pereira, the President of the OPA. And next to him we have Engineer Benedict Uluiseva, past President of the OPA and the immediate past President of the Engineers Guild of Sri Lanka. And finally we have Engineer Saman Kandanarachi, Chairman of Seminars, Workshops and Programs Committee of the OPA. To get the event off the ground, let us call upon to deliver the welcome address the President of the Engineers Guild of Sri Lanka and Vice President of the OPA. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Engineer Ravi Rupasinghe.
Good afternoon. Sorry. Good evening, all the members and the presenters here. So first, I want to welcome all of you for the annual session of the AGSL jointly with OPA. So first, I want to welcome our OPA President, Mr. Durita Pereira, by accepting our invitation and present here to our technical session. On behalf of the AGSL, I want to thank for you, sir. Then our immediate past president, Mr. Benedict Uluiseva, Engineer Benedict Uluiseva. So he has done a lot of things for the EGSL. So he has given encouragement to conduct that technical sessions physically this year, even though we have a very difficult time. So thank you very much, sir, you coming here and giving guidance to do the technical sessions. Then with our invitations, we invited. Actually, this is the timely topic for the today's, very important for the people regarding the energy, electricity. So we invited Director General of the Sustainable Energy Authority to do a presentation, but he has planned to go to abroad and he has another commitment. So finally, he is elected Director of the Sustainable Energy Authority, Mr. Chamila Jayasekara. Actually, he is the President of the Energy Managers Association Sri Lanka. He has a vast knowledge regarding the subject, so he is a very valuable resource person. He will do his presentation in behalf of the Mr. Harsha Wickramasinghe. Thank you, sir. You are coming and accepting our invitation and doing your presentations. Then, actually, as I mentioned earlier, this is the joint webinar conducted by the OPA Seminar and Workshop Committee and also Career Guidance Committee together with the ESL. So I want to welcome our chairman of the Seminar and Workshop Committee, Engineer Saman Kandanarachi. So he also accepted to do the joint seminar. Thank you, Saman, for accepting and participating here. Then our General Secretary, Engineer Upali. So he also giving his advice to us, and he also accepted the joint seminar. Thank you, sir, you coming and participating here. Finally, I want to welcome all the members from the GSL, all the members from the OPA. There are some vice president from the OPA and some members from the ESPO and the forum. I want to welcome all of you in behalf of the EGSL and OPA. So I will, this seminar is very, very useful for you, and you can get some information from the Sustainable Energy Authority, and if you have anything, you can question him, you can get the information from him. So before I conclude my welcome speech, again, I can mention for you after this technical session, you are invited for the dinner and the fellowships. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Engineer Rupasinghe. We are pretty sure the Engineers Guild will have a very fruitful and exciting year under your presidency. Let us now cordially invite to address the audience the President of the OPA, our Chief Guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a round of applause, Mr. Dolitha Pereira.
Thank you. Speaker this evening, Engineer Chamil Jayasekara, Director Research and Development of the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, President of EGSL, newly elected Engineer Ravi Rupasinghe, and the office bearers of the EGSL, immediate past President, Engineer Benedict Uliseva, past President of OPA and EGSL, both members of EGSL, General Secretary OPA, Engineer Upali Jayawardena, members of the forum and the Executive Council of the OPA, ladies and gentlemen, and not forgetting those who are joining online for this webinar. I must first congratulate the Engineers Guild of Sri Lanka on their achievements at their 40th anniversary celebrations of their AGM, which they just concluded. And I must also take this opportunity to congratulate Seminars, Workshops and Programs Committee and the Career Guidance and the Skills Development Committee coming together to do this seminar in collaboration with Engineers Guild of Sri Lanka. The topic is very timely. All of us are having a power crisis, and people are looking for solutions to this power crisis, despite ever rising costs. So I think this topic is going to enlighten you on the source, which is a sustainable source. The question is really going to be, although the source is sustainable, to extract that energy, you've got to have equipments which are not produced in Sri Lanka. On another seminar, we heard how innovation and technology can help us bridge this gap. So we in Sri Lanka, we are uniquely placed. We have expertise, we have people. It's just that we need to put our heads together and get this going. So I'm sure this webinar is going to give you a lot of tips and maybe get you to ask all those relevant questions on the subject matter that will enable us to understand how solar energy solutions can be used as an alternative to high cost electricity and the power cuts that all of us are facing as of today. So without much ado, I would like to take this opportunity or to wish EGSL once again for embarking on a project of this sort, and also best wishes for this particular webinar that is going to start now. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Pereira. The OPA has gone from strength to strength under your presidency, no doubt. Talking about power cuts, we have had one too many lately, more than our fair share of. And this has cost the country, the economy, and above all, the consumer, a high price to pay. To discuss the solutions, we have with us today the Director of R&D of the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, Engineer Chamila Jayasekara. To introduce him, let us call upon Engineer Saman Kandan Arachi, the Chairman of the Seminar, Workshops and Programs Committee and a Vice President of the OPA. Over to you, Engineer Saman.
Thank you. I would like to thank EGSL for this seminar and also for the guidance committee. And this is the seventh seminar under workshop and program committee. So, final topic, very pertinent to the current situation: solar energy solutions to high cost power cuts. Without taking much time, it is my pleasure to deliver this our resource persons profile. Mr. Engineer Chamil Jayasekara hold BSc Engineering degree from University of Peradeniya and Master of Engineering from University of Maratua. He is a third engineer and corporate member of the Institute of Engineers Sri Lanka and corporate member of the Sri Lanka Energy Managers Association. He has over 20 years experience in the energy sector in different institutions: National Engineering Research Development Center, NERD, Energy Conservation Fund, Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, and the Ministry of Power and Energy in the areas of energy conservation and management, renewable energy, and energy policy planning. At present, he is the Director, Research and Development of Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, and he is also holding the position of the President of Sri Lanka Energy Managers Association, the key professional body in the energy sector. Sir, this over to you deliver a valuable presentation. I think you will get more insight about this presentation. What is it?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the welcome. President Gopi and the members of the as mentioned the introduction, you have selected the current topic relevant to the present context, primarily of the energy sector and in that sense, overall economic development. So, as it is a hot topic, it has very many dimensions. I would say engineering, finance, economics, whatever. The presentation of my colleagues very basically focus on the engineering part of it, but maybe in the discussion sessions we can also discuss any development questions related to the dimensions of it. So let me first begin with the importance of renewable energy for Sri Lanka. It is an indigenous source. Other sources we don't have as independent sources, and so we are primarily dependent on important energy sources. We have a high amount of foreign exchange gain, and it's not only important these sources. So, especially in terms of energy security, of course, energy security was some couple of years back. It is we are taking, I would say, in some academic sense, not that tangible, but it has come to a very real reality at present. Everybody knows how energy security has been created due to the lack of energy in the country and high dependence on foreign imports for our meeting of energy. And of course, it is an environmentally benign source. Globally, these environment benign sources are being discussed. Climate change as a measure of addressing climate change. Of course, we have our nationally determined contributions for the United Nations Global Convention of Climate Change. So we are here to we have a global responsibility to do that. So in that context also, we very good. And also, it is not certain to only to the sector. It has broad horizons as said earlier. So in that context, if we create by way of developing the country, if we create job opportunities, local production, technology, value addition, etc. In a wider scope, then we are having it from this specific perspective of then if you look at this international level with respect to solar energy, so solar PV prices have reduced, and also battery technology prices have reduced. Technologies of this have improved. So we have that technology aspect also it is very important. And above all, we have a good potential of renewable energy in Sri Lanka. So we have very many key aspects that are creating a highly conducive environment for developing renewable energy in the country. So if I look at the our main focus today is on solar. If you look at the solar energy potential in the country, of course, being tropical country close to the equator, we have solar resource potential. Basically, all over the country, primarily apart from the central hill country, we have almost 200,000 or more megawatt overall capacity in the country. And also, that is for this land-based and soil resources. and also we have a floating solar potential if you look at the reservoirs and other water tanks. Then considering all these, we have some estimated potential of at least 20,000 megawatt that can be harnessed in solar energy. And potential of rooftop is again much higher. We can go for even around 100,000. Of course, the key issue is the land issue. If we have some good approaches to allocate land, but there are when it comes to land, there are other issues like agriculture. So allocating land is the issue. Other than that, in terms of the potential, there is good potential. And when it comes to wind energy, the other key energy close to meet the overall potential around 10,000, and we can go for developable potential some 700 to 5,000, right? And again, there is a huge potential in the offshore wind. The overall potential some in gigawatt scale, so we can develop this offshore wind technology, develop this and also wind technology in the country. There will be a very huge potential of wind energy. Then if you look at our present status of solar power, we introduced net metering in 2011 for solar rooftops. Then it was expanded for further two schemes, net accounting and net plus in 2016 with the introduction of Surya Samrana. Then with all of these initiatives, we have right now more than 600 megawatt solar rooftop capacity with more than 40,000 households using solar power on their rooftop. And also there are more than 300 companies directly involved in this solar rooftop system installation and other services, creating around 10,000 jobs in the country. If you look at these large-scale power plants or rather medium scale, we have 1 megawatt to 10 megawatt capacity systems, and large-scale systems around 100 capacity. Right now, the first one, RFE is being floated right now for the CML first large-scale power plant, 100 megawatt capacity. Then, floating solar projects, we have started pre-feasibility studies for selected reservoirs, and we are at the beginning of that. Then solar, as I said, prices of solar PV systems has been reduced drastically in the last decade, and the feed-in tariff for solar power also has reduced, especially European countries and all other countries. So there is some key interest globally for going solar power, mainly due to this reduction of prices. These are the system costs. It is gradually going down, and of course these are the variations with the variations of prices for different capacities, and gradually it has a reducing trend. Then, coming to the context, can solar power address the current issues? Current issue is high prices of electricity, power cuts, and all. Can solar power do that? So, this current economic, the current context, the broad issue is very complex. Of course, there are so many dimensions. So in one sector or one perspective, you can have some holistic solutions for this entire issue. Nevertheless, there is no argument that any solution we introduce should be sustainable solutions. Sustainable in the sense, in this economic context, any dollars being drained for outside the country should contribute to long-term solutions in any sector. So in that context, this energy sector is very key. So sustainable energy solution and providing sustainable energy solutions in that context is very important. And solar power, of course, in this economic situation, we can say that in the current context, we can say that if I'm going to provide one direct solution for that is question on the topic, I can say yes. But that is in the current today's context. If I look at some 5 years back, the question answer is would be no, because that time solar prices were very high. There were no possibilities of storage. So all that now have been addressed. Now situation has changed, or I will say in the process of changing. Why I said has changed and also in the process of changing, because solar prices has reduced, is okay, and battery technology have been improved, yes. And why I say in the process of changing, because battery solutions are getting developed. So right in a way that how can we address directly to incorporate solar systems, and how it has economic push to develop solar power is yet to be studied, and it is a development, and that's why I have put up with the records in the process of change. Yeah, then when it comes to the topic of energy security, it has again different diverse dimensions. If you look at the past, apart from the hydro resources, we have this large hydro like Victoria, we have good hydro systems, hydrology, but almost all the potential has been exploited. So the key I mean major energy source we have been using is the fossil fuel. So in terms of energy security, the fossil fuel has good advantage because we can use it at the time we want it, because we can store it because it is some chemical or material stuff. So we can store it and use it at whatever whenever you want. Because everybody knows that, especially technical people know that you can't store electricity, but of course you can store fossils, then burn them, and we the demand right at the time you want. But when it comes to renewable energy, it has a major constraint, because you can't, apart from different technology, if you are not having different technology to store it at the resource level, you can't store it. So in the context of renewable energy, it is one of the key issues. And also, people say it is free, but of course it is not free. Our resource is free, but you have to have infrastructure and equipment. So you when you need expenditure, it needs money. It needs money. It needs additional storage. So, can the batteries and all these storage provide a sustainable solution for this? Is the key issue. And then again, if I elaborate the same thing I discussed in a more technical perspective, this energy supply has these two dimensions, time and space. You need energy for everything, for any commercial activity, for anything. You need energy. So at a certain place, at a certain time, you need it. So you have to be, you have to be prepared to provide your energy at the time and place you need to that, and you have to make the demand and supply. So that there are different energy carriers, what are called energy vectors. So those are different technologies. Basically, we have steam technology, hydraulic technology, compressed air technology. That type of that type of different technologies. Basically, either mechanical or electrical systems, using which you can transmit power from one place to another. Then, of course, this I came up with earlier. Steam, hydraulic, compressed air are the earlier stage technologies, but now we have the modern technologies. It is electricity, fossil fuel, and hydrogen. Of course, hydrogen is a future technology in a way, but it is used as well. Then benefits of fossil fuel, it is highly concentrated and it has high energy density. It can address time domain. If you have well connected systems, it can address space domain. Then issues with this petroleum fossil fuels, those are finite resources. At the time, it is not regenerated. If you use it, that particular amount is lost from the globe forever. So, and apart from that, it has environmental considerations because it emits greenhouse gas emissions. It is effective for the climate change. Then in the time dimensions, as I said, with the renewable energy, it has a key issue. With the storage technologies, it can be able to, and it will give a paradigm shift for this entire energy spectrum. So this if you look at the electricity, I said hydrogen will come and any other futuristic technologies will come, but we have to understand electricity is a very modern energy. I can say for any predicted future or even rate of any foreseeable time horizon, electricity will be in the context, energy context, where hydrogen and all will be supportive to that. So we have to any measures to develop this develop electricity in the energy sector. We should have a sustainable solution, on the one hand, and on the other hand, it will contribute to the sustainability of the entire country and the entire world. So, if you look in this context, if you look at our traditional systems of supplying energy for electricity, I was focusing on fossil fuel. I mentioned hydro resources no longer there. So we have been dependent on imported fossil fuels. We import it, we store it, and have large-scale power plants in some places, and with this transmission backbone all over the island, we transmit power to different places and then distribute it at low voltages and down to our household or industry, whatever. So this is the basically our traditional network or conventional power system network or conventional way of supplying electricity. But why we say that is conventional? It implies that it is not that modern. So what is the modern context? Modern context is different. You don't import energy sources because you know that it is not sustainable. So if you have your own energy sources, so you develop that and you have your energy system at whatever places you want. That is called distributed energy. So the conventional system is centralized energy systems, and the modern context is distributed energy system. So the entire world is pushing from the centralized energy systems to distributed energy systems. Then how this is done? You have what are called this microgrid system. So of course, when there is some misconception. I would say misconception of not very exact terminology, because in today's context, when we are using solar with batteries, we say off-grid solutions. But it is not really off-grid. We have off-grid some time back. Where the electrification, national power system has not gone to these remote places. So there we have either solar or small hydropower. Where these rural communities were supplied with their own sources. So there is off-grid. But when it comes to this, your solar system connected to a battery, it is not the notion that it is referred to as off-grid. It is not that correct. It is of course we have to say it is grid connected, virtually isolated systems or microgrid systems. Of course, it is connected to the national power systems, but if you have your own energy storage systems, you can store what you absorb to the system. So you can use it whenever you want. So in a way you are independent from the grid. So it is, that's why we call it, you are virtually isolated in the system. Again, microgrid systems refer to the same thing. Even though it is called a microgrid system, it is not that isolated from the system. It is connected to the system, connected to the main grid, but it can be operated as a separate system, and that's why it is called a microgrid system. So this is the typical AC power system. I just explained the transmission system and this distribution system, and then this is the on your right we have the solar peak panel and the solar battery system and solar inverter. So with this solar systems connected having a storage, you need hybrid inverters. So if you look at this normal inverters we have been using with solar panels some time back, and the inverters we are introducing now these hybrid inverters. What are these? Technically, how can identify this? The inverters is you have two key functions. The normal inverters, one is you are stepping up the voltage, and then you are transforming the DC to AC. So those are the normal inverters. Hybrid inverters, you have those two functions already, and then you also have charge controlling of battery management system and the storage systems. So in hybrid inverters, you have additionally this battery management and storage. So now we are entering into the hybrid technology. It is now again these early inverters we call grid-tied inverters, and this hybrid inverters we call grid-making inverters. And also again hybrid is referred to as where you have different sources coupled, so that you can match the different sources in an optimal manner. Maybe solar generation, wind generation, diesel generation, everything covered together. Again, we can call a hybrid system. So this again this hybrid inverters and hybrid systems has to you have to manage it with all other input systems connected to the power system, but without that, if you are using only solar power and the storage, it is not that optimal. You have demand side management, smart grid, everything. So you have to improve. I mean, in the sense, if you are looking at the national power grid in Sri Lanka, you have to improve improve this, and of course we have very sophisticated systems with IT and weather forecasting. So IT, weather forecasting, power system technology, smart grid, renewable energy. So all these are interconnected, and then only you can have the optimal and improved power system. For example, if you are, I mentioned this, we have initiated, we are just going to start this Simran 100 megawatt power plant. So if in a power plant of that scale, if cloud is coming, and at a certain instance you may have say 100 megawatt or 90 megawatt, but in some 5 minutes you will have 10 megawatt to 20 megawatt. So some 60-70 megawatt reduction from one power plant. So it will be a key issue for the entire power system. So you have to obviously you have improve with the forecasting and IT systems in order that you can forecast your weather and identify the pattern of your solar supply. Then you can inject the information to the system. How we build your solar input at the next 5 minutes, next 10 minutes, and based on that you have to optimize systems with other sources and manage your system stability in a very productive way. So you said you have to couple all these when you are increasing the renewable energy exception to the system. So obviously, it is of course we all know that this especially now we in the present context we are when you speak of renewable energy, obviously we are speaking of either solar or wind. So you know it is very clear that both these sources are fluctuating, changing with time. The resources changing with time. So if you cannot address this properly, you can't have system stability. So in a way, somebody can argue that solar by absorbing solar, it will create it will make the system unstable. So we can't inject solar more. But there are you have to integrate diverse technology in order that by with the increase of this renewable energy integration to the system, gradually you have to make the power system system improvements in order that you can keep the stability with high integration of renewable resources. So this again, if you look at our key issue is key concern is storage here with solar. So there are key major scenarios or requirements why storage is used to use this solar on the other, if you put it the other way. What are the requirements that can be met with the introduction of energy storage with solar? So there are three major aspects. Number one is we have to meet the grid code. So under the grid code, there is some certain guaranteed requirement. I mean, in a say 1 minute, there is you can have drastic drops. So if your solar pattern have this change in behavior, you have a certain amount of storage to meet that. So that there is a number one lower scale one. Then number two is you have to make the if you are going to make firm power with either solar or wind, again you have storage. That storage is higher than the storage requirement is higher than the requirements you want for addressing the driving issue, the issue I mentioned at the first case. Then number three, they offer these two. In other countries, in many places globally, these first two issues are how to be addressed in India. Because issues are more or less similar for the country. Maybe some places, say European country, the cloud pattern behavior is not that significant for Sri Lanka. I mean, compared to Sri Lanka. So that type of thing can happen. But basically, for these two issues, generally is common to any place. And the third one is for some developed countries, it is not that because it is the key issue in the meeting the peak demand. Because our peak demand is around 7:30 p.m. 8 p.m. early night time, but our solar resources are available in the daytime. So if you are going to have any energy source to meet the electricity demand, it has to be ready with meeting the peak demand. Otherwise you need additional resources for that, additional either renewable or non-renewable, any other capacity additions that are called spinning reserves. So having higher spinning reserves is again high investment, high cost. So if you are not meeting the peak demand with any source being used, it is not that economical. I mean, that it will not contribute to the final requirement of this energy supply. So in that respect, so Sri Lanka's this power system pattern, electricity demand pattern with the high peak in early night time is a key issue because in India, of course, this fat demand is the most acceptable and most welcome. So if you run non-fat curves, it is a issue. So again, having peak in the night time is a key issue with the supply of solar. So we have 100%. If you are going to meet peak demand with solar, you have 100% storage. So that 100% storage is not practical, not economical anyway in the present context. With the development of technologies, in a way, some flow batteries now in high R&D in other countries. So that type of technologies will be able to address that in time. But in the present day context, with big demand with storage will be a difficult thing difficult in large scale. So this is a data solar in energy demand at different places. If you look at the entire energy consumption, so more than 50% is outside the time where the solar energy is available. So if you are meeting this demand, you have to use 100% of this and supply your peak time with battery storage. So if you look at the international level, this battery technology development, Edison have improved DC systems, and Tesla have improved AC systems. Both are being used for this as energy storage systems right now. So these are these very large scale battery systems used in other countries along with large scale power plants, some bigger scale, large capacity systems. So these are you have lithium and battery, and this excited is leadership battery. Lithium and batteries. Also, why leadership? Because they generally with the car batteries we have leadership battery generally. So generally we had earlier understanding identification of batteries. We have leadership, but is power storage technology. We are mainly focusing on this lithium ion. Why? This leadership has short cycles, so it is not good for this energy storage. And for energy storage, of course, it is very good that you can have different cycle, or rather different rates. You can absorb energy at a certain rate, and you can discharge energy at a higher rate. If you have diversity in this spectrum, it is very good for very good for energy storage. Leadership battery doesn't have that. It is called C index. C index is very low for leadership battery. It's high for lithium ion battery. It's again high for batteries. So that's why I mentioned. Right now, for batteries are very expensive. That's why I said, but lithium ion raw materials are cost is not going to get reduced in the future because it is not that common. With the increased demand, the raw material cost is going to high. So you can't expect lithium ion batteries to prices to reduce. But for batteries, technologies are being developed, and then technology, the prices can come down. So in a way, the expectation can be flow batteries will be the cost will be reduced, and it can have substantial solutions to the issue. So this is the big battery in the designing battery again battery. So these are the first comparison. The leadership battery for battery cost is low compared to lithium-ion batteries, and some different figures are shown there. If you compare some certain number of years, you have to replace leadership. If you are using for power energy storage leadership battery, you have to replace large number of batteries for certain years compared to lithium-ion battery. So when it comes to the final cost per kilowatt hour, lithium and battery. So, anyway, lithium and battery has now come to some substantially acceptable price for investment. So, it will be conclusively we can say that yes, battery technology, solar with battery technology can provide with a substantial technology for this issue. Of course, you can get rid of power cuts, you can make your electricity with reasonably low prices in time to come. But as I mentioned, it will need some 50 gigawatt hour of this solar. So for that, you need the storage. Again, along with the storage, you have to improve your power system. Again investment. But as I mentioned, these are sustainable investments. I will stress that because in the current economic context, I at the outset I mentioned that any investment in the current economic crisis should be a investment on sustainable development or other sustainable solution, providing a sustainable solution for this entire issue. So this addressing the power sector issue with an investment for a sustainable solution will be a very welcoming thing in that context. So in that respect, I think it will be a good choice and would be a good priority for the entire economic crisis of any sector as far as overall economic perspectives are concerned. So generally for 1 kilowatt hour, if we look at the general cost for applying to our household also, 1 kilowatt hour will cost around 150 to 200 US dollar. So you have to calculate the capacity for your system. So you have to consider the purpose for hybrid inverters and everything. So and we've seen that we have to make an addition on reducing some small system also system. Generally, 1 kilowatt hour for storage it is around 150 kilos. So this is the basically things that I want to present here as the context of solar power and how it can provide with a solution on long-term basis as a solution for meeting the future electricity demand and what are the key issues and what are the solutions of technologies that can address these key issues and how the power systems and all can be changed to meet that basically in concise terms. I would say it is renewable energy integrated with storage, smart grid, and IT solutions connected to the system. You can address the key issues and have the power system ready for future needs, with especially in indigenous sources, where you can enhance the energy security of the country. It is a very essential need at present, especially in context of the promote effective communications between the country. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Engineer Jayasekaran. And next, we have a presentation by our sponsors, Solar Thirst Energy Systems Private Limited. To make the presentation, we have Mr. Nisankar. To make the presentation, we have Mr. Nisankar Vijayaratna, Director of Solar Thirst. Could you please make a presentation, please?
මාකට් එකකට මොකක්ද කැමති බැටරිස් වාහන වල බැටරි ගාව මේ සූර්ය බලපෑම් තියෙන හයිබ්‍රිඩ් සිස්ටම් එකක පාවිච්චි කරන්න ගත්තා. මෙතන සීවන කස්ටමර්ස් regarding the conditions actually මේ විදිහට සිස්ටම් එකක් හදයි කියලා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. දැනට පවතින සිස්ටම් වලදී අපි උදාහරණයකට අපිට පැය 6ක විතර බෑකප් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන කිලෝවොට් 3.2ක වගේ සිස්ටම් එකක් අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ.
Yes, yes.
දැන් මේ අපිට බලන්න පුළුවන් මේකෙන් අපි කරන ලද ව්‍යාපෘති කිලෝවොට් 100ක අධික ව්‍යාපෘතියක් මේකෙන් සාමාන්‍ය දෛනික සාමාන්‍ය සංසාරික විතරක් ලබා ගැනීම හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා. මේකෙන් ඔන්ගේට් සිස්ටම් එක නමුත් දැන් ඔන්ගේට් සිස්ටම් එකට ආවේ හයිබ්‍රිඩ් එකේ නෙමෙයි ආවේ දැනට අපි අධික විදුලියට විසඳුමක් විදිහට අපි හයිබ්‍රිඩ් සිස්ටම් එකකට අමතරව අපිට ආයෝජනයක් විදිහට ඒරියා එකක් තියෙනවා අපේ හයිබ්‍රිඩ් සිස්ටම් එකට අමතරව අපේ සූර්ය බලපෑමක් ස්ථාපනය කරනවා මේ ඒරියා එකේ අපි මාසෙක සමාන ලක්ෂයකමාර විතර ආදායමක් ලබා ගැනීම හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා. ඒක අපිට අපේ දැන් අවගත වෙන නිසා මේ වගේ සිස්ටම් එකකදී දෙකේ තියෙනවා. නමුත් ඉදිරියේදී අවගත වෙන ප්‍රමාණය මෙතන ජාගෘතිය තියෙනවා විශාල මුදලක් ආදායමක් ලබා ගැනීම හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ තියෙන්නේ උදාහරණයක් අපිට බලන්න පුළුවන් මේ තියෙන අපි කරන්නේ හයිබ්‍රිඩ් සෝලාර් සිස්ටම්. දැන් මේ සිස්ටම් වල ගත්තොත් අපි බැටරි ස්වරූප කීපයක් පාවිච්චි කරා ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද අපි පටන් ගන්න අපි ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් බැටරි සායනය පාවිච්චි කරේ. ඒ ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් පාවිච්චි කරලා අපේ සාමාන්‍ය ටයිම් විතර බැටරි අවුලක් ස්ටෝරේජ් කරගෙන ඉතිරියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අපි දැන් මේවා ඉස්මින් කරලා ලිතියම් කොස්ටික් බැටරි එකට පාවිච්චි කරලා ඒකම උදාහරණයක් මේ වගේ සිස්ටම් එකක් අපිට විතර ස්ථාපනය කරගත්තොත් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් පැය 10ක් විතර බෑකප් එකක් අපි කරනවා. එනවා ඒ වගේම මේකේ ආයු කාලය ගත්තොත් අවම වසර 5ක ආයු කාලයක් පවතිනවා. මේකට විසින් අවුරුදු 10ක් විතර මොකක්ද මේකෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන් සමහර බ්‍රෑන්ඩ්ස් වල. ඒ මේකේ ව්‍යාපෘතිවල උදාහරණයක් විතරයි. අර මොකක්දවත් කියන ඔප්ෂන් කියන සලසරුදු හයිලයිට්ස් පවර් කට්. මේක මේ ව්‍යාපෘතියක් අපි ඉදිරියට තුලයි මේ කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඇත්තටම අපි සරලව සපෝට් එකක් ඇතුළේ දෙන්නේ කියලා. सामान्य මේකට කස්ට යනවා දැන් ඒක වගේ සිස්ටම් එකක් එක without panel යම් යනවා 1 million විතර යනවා. ඊපස්සේ panels එක යනවා solar panels අපි 500 4 panels පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ 540 panels විතරක් පාවිච්චි කරලා ඒක රූපී ලෝඩ් එකකින් අපි panels වාලේ ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරනවා. ඒ වගේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකකට යනවා ලක්ෂ 14 50 විතර ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක්. ඉතින් මේ සිස්ටම් එක දැන් 5.2 ලිතියම් අයන් ફોස්ෆේට් පාවිච්චි කරලා අපිට සාමාන්‍ය ලක්ෂ 27ක් විතර යනවා ප්‍රොජෙක්ට්.
Yes, 8 kilowatt per 5 kilowatt.
5 kilowatt එක. මොකද 5 kilowatt එක තමයි අපි ලිතියම් අයන් ફોස්ෆේට් බැටරි එක දැන් පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. ඒක තමයි බැටරි එක ඉන්වර්ටර් 48 volt තියෙනවා. ඉතින් 48 volt වලට හරියන්නේ මේ බැටරි එක දැනට ඩිසයින් කරන්නේ 48 volt තමයි.
ඒක ඉන්වර්ටර් ඔක්කොම
ඔව් සම්පූර්ණ සිස්ටම් එක channels උත් එක්ක. channels අපි load තුනක් කරලා ස්ථාපනය වෙනවා. හේතුව තමයි අපි ખાલી panel kilowatt 10ක් ගෙවුවොත් ඒ ටයිම් එකේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපි consumption එක ගන්නවා අඩුයි. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට peak එකයි optic එකේ peak එක තමයි ගොඩක් වෙනවා. ඉතින් දවල් කාලේ පාවිච්චි අඩු නම් නෙවෙයි යා ජෙනරේට් කරන power එක ඉන්නෝකේ ජෙනරේෂන් එක සමානුපාතිකව ජෙනරේට් කරන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒකට එනර්ජි වේස්ට් එකක් ඉදිරියට. ඒක අපි ඉන්න සොලියුෂන් එක බැටරි බැංක් එක වලින් අපිට රාත්‍රී වර්චර ගන්නවා. මේකේ දැන් කල්කියුලේටර් එකක් වගේ ගත්තොත් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් 10ක් වගේ තියෙනවා. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගෙදර එයාර් කන්ඩිෂන් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් 18000 BTU 8000 BTU එයාර් කන්ඩිෂන් එකක් එනවා අපේ කැපැසිටි ඊට අමතරව 5000 කියන ලෝඩ් එකකට අඩුවෙන් 80ක් විතර වෙනවා පාවිච්චි කරන්න. ඒක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එයාර් කන්ඩිෂන් එක දිගට දීලා 4ක් විතර පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියන්නේ.
बैटरी कैपेसिटी කොච්චරද?
මේ ලිථියම් පවර් එක ගත්තොත් 100 ampere එක. OPX load ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරද්දී 5.1 kW. ඔව් දැන් දෙක කන්ඩිෂන් එකේ දැන් මේකට ඔප්ෂන්ස් දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් සෝලාර් පැනල් සෙට් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔව් දෙක කන්ඩිෂන් එකත් එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම බලනවා. මොකද දෙක කන්ඩිෂන් එක දැන් අදාළ ක්ලවුඩ් වයිස් එකත් ජෙනරේෂන් එක අඩුයි. එතකොට දැන් අපේ ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි පැත්තෙන් අපිට මේකෙදි චේන්ජ් ඕවර් එකක් අපි පාවිච්චි කරලා ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි පැත්තෙන් අපිට චාර්ජ් කරන එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක ඇතුළේ තියෙනවා BMS එක.
ඔකට ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි බෝඩ් එක ඉක්මනට සපෝට් එකක් දෙනවද මීටර් මාරු කරලා ටයිම් සිස්ටම් එක වගේ දෙනවද
ඉතින් දැනට මේ කියන්නේ දැන් මේක හයිබ්‍රිඩ් ඕෆ් ෆ්‍රීකවන්සි සිස්ටම් එක තමයි දැනට කරගෙන යන්නේ. ඒ වගේම දැනට සස්ටේනබල් එනර්ජි ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිෆිකේෂන් එකක් ඉදිරියට හයිබ්‍රිඩ් ඕෆ්
අපතමගේ හයි කරාම ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි බෝඩ් එකේ ඔකට ඉක්මනට වර්චුවල් ඕන් දෙනවද
මේ පද්ධතිය කරන්නේ ඉදිරිපළමගේ සම්බන්ධ නැහැ.
මීටර් කනෙක්ට් කරන්නේ
මේක සම්බන්ධ නැහැ. මේක හයිබ්‍රිඩ් ඕෆ් ෆ්‍රීක් සිස්ටම් එකක්.
මගේ හයිබ්‍රිඩ් ග්‍රිඩ් එක සම්බන්ධ
ඒකට යම් සාමාන්‍ය සති 3ක් විතර කාලයක් ගන්නවා. ඊටතර වඩා දැන් ඉතින්.
ඒ මාසෙක අමාරු දෙනවා. ඒ ටයිම් ඔෆ් යූස් වීඩියෝස් දෙන්නත් එපා. ඒක වෙනත් ඕනේ. ඔබට සිස්ටම් එකක් ඕනේ. ඒක මාසෙක අමාරු දෙනවා ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක.
කලින් මාසෙක අමාරක් විතර ගියා. නමුත් දැන් යම් ප්‍රමාණයක් මේ ඉතින් වැඩි.
ඒකට කොච්චර කොස්ට් එක කරනවද?
දැන් විද්‍යාවේ කියතොත් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් දැන් මේක 27ක් විතර යනවා. ඒක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් තව 3ක් විතර වැඩි. ඒක හයිබ්‍රිඩ් කම්පියුටින් කොට එක කොස්ට් එක වැඩි.
Ask presentation we can give you.
No, but it's inviting questions now.
Okay, you will. Yes.
Now, when I inquired on the artists who installed solar systems months ago, they said, now in your speech you mentioned that costs have come down in solar panels, but the suppliers we contacted, they said installing solar panels is much more costly compared to last year, and it may not be feasible to install solar systems in the present context, but that was compared to the electricity prices that prevailed some time back. But now the situation may be a little different because they're going to increase the electricity prices. So if you can explain that it is okay. I also want to find out from you now in the OPA, in the other building, I think the roof capacity we may have about 6,000 square feet roof where the solar panels can be installed. Now, is it beneficial for the OPA to install solar panels and in terms of financial feasibility and so on? Can we get some study done on this?
Yes, answer for the first question on this prices of solar PV. Yeah, what I mentioned is it has reduced at the industrial market. Yes, it is correct. The problem now is reasons I have mentioned is compared to last year, it is expensive. This year is into this economic situation in the country. So even though the in real terms it is So prices when it converted to rupees, it is higher. And apart from that, now they have the problem in imports. So they can't they can't import into their this foreign exchange issue. So the reasons those are the reasons for.
Something wrong with the mic. It's the other mic.
So is it clear the question?
Thank you.
So number two, we want to study on the system, system capacity that can be increased. Is okay with you?
Yeah, no, in general, we have, as I said, over 6,000 square feet roof can be used for installation of solar panels, etc. So is it beneficial, advantageous for OPA to install solar panels in this present context? I mean, financially, in the longer term or whatever. If it is beneficial, then we have to look at it, right? But then some time back they said it is not, may not be, yeah. But now that is based on the electricity prices that prevailed last year or some time back. And if it is going to be doubled or 75% more, then the equation will become different. See, so that is why a certain analysis or study has to be done and find the cost and the benefit and so on.
Yeah, of course, study can be done on the correct system sizes. Of course, regarding this system, whether it is beneficial to this organization, of course, even before increasing the electricity bills also, there are three different schemes right now for solar PV systems: net metering, net accounting, and net plus. So net metering is your only excess is credited to your future requirements, and net accounting is once you use for your internal requirements and you supply the excess amount to the grid. For the excess amount you are getting paid. And then the third one is, it is called net plus. So third one, it is complete independent with your consumption of the building. So you are making the payment to electricity bill for as you have been doing in the past. For your solar PV system, you are getting paid separately. So it is at 22 rupees. So of course, so it is as it is independent from your consumption or your electricity bill. Obviously, you are getting paid. So it is beneficial.
One more thing, we mentioned that the power supply and the battery system, that is to provide equal power. But in an actual situation, let us say OPO or any organization, during the power cut, you don't need the full power from the batteries. You can identify the essential areas to manage, essential things, and can you have a partial sort of battery system to partially supply power for the essential areas?
And you have to look at critical load and normal general load.
Yeah, of course. If you are using household level with the general supply, you have to identify it and identify the equipment and do that. But if you have these smart systems, smart metering, so the smart metering it is inbuilt with this demand side management component. So in when it has demand side management component, this this private equipment can be built to the system. So system will identify it and operate at the peak time.
It can be done.
It can be done.
Engineer saying that the space station up there is entirely running on solar power. Countries like China, the UK, where there is little sunshine, they are also migrating to solar power. Now, the question is, can we not bring in legislation to make it mandatory for high consumers of electricity, such as high-rise buildings, hotels, factories? Can you not make them generate at least 1/3 of their energy requirement from solar? And then the demand on the national grid will be that much less. At least make a start there. Can't you make a suggestion to the government to bring this legislation?
Obviously we can, but thing you have to understand is before it is short answer is yes can, but what I want to highlight is we have to, before going for regulations for these new things and regulatory interventions, we have created a system and encourage people to do that. So they are interested in that and do the thing. And one thing it is done to a certain level, then it is of course for regulations, because of course if you look at this system installation companies, so now we have some 300 companies. So we have they are under our registration. So we are monitoring their performance. So all these certification systems have to be there before regulations are put in place. Otherwise, the customers, if they don't get the service for their repair and improvements and all, I mean, there will be required to have good conducive environment for the subject before you put that into regulate that. So there, I mean, of course, sustainable energy quality is it has to look at both things. Of course, the facility will be role and also the regulatory purpose. So once facilitation is done to such extent, then of course
Now you have a lot of mushroom companies which have sold the solar. Now they have vanished. Some people are in big trouble.
Yeah.
I want to ask one more question. This battery, the import cost, not the battery cost, but the how much they are charging at the customs. That is for the same for the auto battery as well as the solar batteries. Is it the same or it has a different? Yeah, that's what I understood from the battery suppliers. Saying that they have to pay the same cost, the same custom duty for the battery. That's why the battery costs are high. And before this dollar problem.
Yeah.
Right?
I understand. Yeah.
Whether the dollar is there's a different matter, but
Yeah.
battery cost.
It is the same, but this custom duty reduction has to be done for anything. It has to be with the HS code.
Yes.
So generally for batteries right now we have one
Single
HS
HS code, yes.
For battery means one HS code. So for this energy storage batteries, we are trying to introduce that a separate HS code for that. So once you have separate HS code, we can request that to have a separate.
Yeah, then lot of people will go for energy storage
Sure.
because I think 70-80% cost, custom duty.
Absolutely. Of course, anyway, it is a requirement.
I think you have to sort of address it very fast.
Due to this, your action, I think we can go, we start the Q&A session right now. You can ask few questions. And into your one, Mr. Kumar Wickramasinghe, right now, the government has been put up the restriction, at least in for the battery right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a
For the
different.
current contest, we discussed with even chambers and we discussed with the Ministry of Industries. So we are facing with the current, that means electricity issue, but even though we have solution with the solar or whatever renewable one, but already stopped to
Yeah,
import
but I was
batteries
saying-
right now. So coming back to the, again, thank you very much both of you. I want to ask a question on behalf of you. Shamil, I think you have to emphasize energy is the most important factor for all the countries in the world. There are many issues due to energy. So as a sustainable energy authority and the energy managers associations, they discuss about the renewable energy very long time. Even with the German and German embassy like that, many programs they have been conducted. But right now, Sri Lankan people understand how the importance of the renewable energy. So there are two things we want to clarify for our members. We say the on-grid and off-grid. That is the most important thing. So can you clarify those first?
Of course, it is basically the terminology of how we use, not really, rather than the terminology of understanding. That is a key thing I wanted to highlight. Because of it, the term was there around 20 years back. Because 20 years back, energy planners did not expect to expand the grid island-wide. Electrification, of course, in the plan itself, the 8% electricity was mentioned under off-grid systems. Total entire country's electrification, the entire overall country's electrification target was 92% of the requirement. 8% went for off-grid. But in the 90s, there was a huge expansion. Of course, the 1980s was this initial plan. But 90s, it increased, and by 2000, this concept of off-grid separate system was not there. So that's why at that time this off-grid systems you may remember something called Gamathalai, this battery system, and also hydro systems in rural areas. So those are the off-grid systems. Those were the off-grid system at that time. But now, those are obviously isolated remote systems. But now, everybody is, of course, this gentleman also mentioned then. So they all are. What I was going to mention is everybody is now on the grid. Everybody is connected to the grid, apart from this some island northern areas and all. So all of us are connected to the grid. So no, I mean it is no harm that this service companies use of it as a terminology. But what I want to highlight is you are already connected to the grid. So you have the main grid as the general system, macro system. But your own system you have, it is what is called microgrid. Microgrid, somebody might think that your main grid is separate, microgrid is separate. No, main grid is the major network. Microgrid is the separate thing that you have, but you are physically connected. But once you are self-sufficient, you are virtually disconnected. So that's what that's a technology aspect I want to highlight here.
I think other question is a lot of people are asking the question because people are facing maybe the high electricity cost. So people will have to think about the alternative right now. Okay. Lot of people are asking. So when there's a power cut in some area, even though they have a solar system that is on-grid systems, they don't have power. That's why we talk about the hybrid systems. Okay? But some people are asking, okay, we don't need the on-grid one. Of course, you have to go for off-grid. People are using the off-grid, even though the terminology is some different. Off-grid. Then they can get the power in case of power failure. In case of power failure, that's what they separately mentioned. They have a battery backup, separate systems. We can put up the battery backup based on your critical consumption. Critical, whatever the critical. And yesterday I met some person, he has put up the battery. He can run even daytime and night time without disturbing the grid. Lithium-ion battery. So he always mentioned 0 meter readings, but it's totally off-grid. So can you explain to people right now to avoid the situation, maybe the power cut, maybe the high price. So what is the most suitable method for the household people? Because, again, I will ask the certification in the commercial sector, but first I need the solution for the household people.
First thing you have to understand, even though some people are complaining the CV is not supporting the solar program and all, but just forget it for a minute. The thing I want to highlight is, I forget about the grid CV as an institution. Consider the power system, national grid. Before coming to this power cut issue, it is a separate case. I will explain. But before that, the national grid is the reservoir. For your electricity, national grid is the reservoir. Meaning, anybody, for this case solar, anybody can generate it and put into reservoir. By the significance, once you have reservoir, reservoir is, or you can call it bank. What is the importance of bank? At the time you have excess, you can put into the bank, and when you need it, you can take it. So you have to understand, this national electricity system is a bank for this technology. I mean, for the bank in terms of electricity, the bank for any electricity generated. So you have to correctly understand that it is a very technical significance. So at that time, nobody has to worry about having his own battery system.
But Shamil, I discussed the same issue with the LICO and the CEP. Some countries, they have smart meters. So if you use the smart meters, so we can use the same resources when there's a power cut. Why we can't use the smart meters in Sri Lanka?
No, yeah. I of course, sorry, I explained the first part of it. I mentioned before the case of power cuts. I explained. Now the case is different. Issue is different. Now the question is the other way around. Why? You already have solar, but when you have power cut, in spite of having solar, you don't have power. So now it is not like the bank. Some I don't know the correct context. I mean, compared to the bank case, now it is some different case. You are generating, you have supply everything, but when the national system goes, you are gone. So now only you have to be interested on these hybrid systems. Now obvious, even anybody. So now he has to forget about his investment on the batteries, because always you have to look at the objective. In any project, you have to look at the objective. Before power cut, if you are going to introduce battery hybrid systems, your objective would have been to support the national electricity system. I don't know, nobody will be interested on that, I mean, generally. But now, your objective is very different. What is that? Your objective is, you need power when you have power cuts. So that obviously, if you have solar, only solution is, very obvious it is, so you have to go for a hybrid system. And of course, hybrid is again coming back to so economic term. So it is on the economic terms and economic terms coupled with your requirement, your necessity. So it is clear on that perspective. And apart from that, even though hybrid inverters were available internationally, it was introduced to Sri Lanka. I mean, regularly introduced only last year or so, because we have the safety issue. We have to ensure that the safety systems are correctly incorporated to entertain hybrid systems. So after that only, until last year, it was not allowed. So it is due to that, they do this specific technical reason based on on safety. So having addressed that, especially by our university academics experts, they did research on that, and after all, it was approved. Then only we went for hybrid systems, and that is the technical aspect of it, and the power cut is the application aspect is. Now everything is there. Yes, anybody having time, if it is affordable for him to go for hybrid systems, hybrid inverters, of course it is a key solution and the only solution. I mean, exact solution.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shamil. I think we know that there may be many questions, all of you have it, but due to the time and the power, even power failure, we have to expect. So we have to stop that session. I think with the in the fellowship and the dinner, you can ask many questions if you have it.
Yeah.
I think we have to thank Engineer Shamila Jayasekara, even though the Solar Trust by supporting us today. You can distribute your one, and if you have any question, you can ask from the Saratham as well. We have to thank both of them. I think we can hand over to our country. Thank you.
Once again, big thank you to our sponsors, Solar Trust and Mr. Nissanka who made the presentation, and our thanks to our resource person engineer, Jayasekara, for all the information that was provided to us. And finally, to propose a vote of thanks, let us call upon the Secretary of the OPA, Engineer Upali Jayawardhan. But we have a small memento to be given to the resource person. And we have Mr. Pereira, the President of the UPA, to make the presentation. To Engineer Jayasekara, our resource person. Engineer Ulusewa. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And Engineer Jayawardhan to produce a word of thanks.
Thank you very much.
Chief guest tonight, President OBA, Mr. Bella, ladies and gentlemen. It is great privilege for me to propose a vote of thanks after the timely required webinar on solar energy and solution to the type of electricity and power cuts. First and foremost, I thank the speaker, Engineer Samira Jayasekara, Director of Research and Development, Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority. He explained very well solar power address the current issues and future solutions, and taking the many examples from global aspects of Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your timely required topic. I thank Sophia President, Chief guest tonight, Mr. Bella, for your directions, for your leadership, given the two committees organize this type of seminar jointly with the Indian Field of Sri Lanka. Thank you, sir, for your participation and your directions. I thank two committees led by Engineer Saman Andanayalaji, Chairman of the Seminar Workshop and Program Committee, and Engineer Ravi Rupasinghe, Chairman of the Career Guidance Committee. And very well you organized the 7th seminar of the OPA joined with the EGS. Thank you, Engineer Saman and Engineer Ravi. Today we have with us two past presidents, Mr. V.H. Palyakar and Engineer Ulliseva. Thank you very much for your participation to success this seminar. Also, I thank former members of the OPA as well as the engineers team for your high participation to success this event. I have noticed that some members joined this seminar with the Zoom links. I thank all the physical and again I thank all the physical and Zoom participants for their participation. I must thank Secretary Director and the staff of the OPA for their kind support to success this great webinar. And last but not least, I thank the committee, Mr. Jagat Aravugala, for your service today. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Engineer Jayaraman. This concludes the seminar. Please do join us for dinner. It's actually fellowship followed by dinner. Served at the restaurant. Thank you. God bless you.